All right, welcome. This is Dr. CJ Benkert with Pura Vida Wellness, and we are here showing up and experiencing the ultimate fasting experience. And the reason we're doing that is because there is nothing more powerful than fasting to get your life back. Has your energy gone down since your 20s and 30s? Have you started struggling with that tire around your belly? Are you anxious, depressed? Do your joints hurt? These are all the things that happened to me about 10 years ago. And I was practicing chiropractic full time. I considered myself, a healthy health doctor. And on a daily basis, I was talking to people about their nutrition and how to, be healthy and, and how to have your best life. So for me, health is about having your best life, because 9 years ago, I was not having my best life, and my spiritual life was suffering. My relationships were suffering. My business was suffering. My mental health was suffering because my body was in sugar burning, fat storage. I was insulin resistant, and I didn't know it. And I didn't know how to get out of it. So I went on a mission, and I went and looked at all the things that I had learned, all my postgraduate education on nutrition and detoxification and cellular healing. And I was taught the main tenets of the program that I utilize now by another doctor. And I started using the steps and the stages with my own body and with my chiropractic patients, and miracles started occurring. Diabetics got off of medication. Yes, diabetics got off of medication. Diabetics still get off of medication. And that's why my first book is called The Diabetic Weight Loss Solution, because I lost my grandfather and my ex-partner's mom to diabetes. And it's the largest growing health condition on the planet. But now we know, based on a study in 2021 out of the University of North Carolina, they looked at the health of Americans. This was an American study. They looked at the health of Americans, and they looked at what signifies or dictates that a person is metabolically unhealthy, which is the same as saying that that person is insulin resistant. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, hormone optimization. And they looked at the general American public. They looked at 5 biomarkers. Those are things that you can measure to determine what's really going on with the health of your body. And they used body composition analysis, which is what I use with my remote clients that I work with all over the world, along with the people that are local and come into our clinic here in California. So they looked at different biomarkers from a body composition, body fat percentage, muscle, visceral fat. And then they also looked at HDL versus triglycerides. They looked at waist circumference, blood pressure. So those were the 5 things they looked at. And you know what they discovered? 88% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy, insulin resistant, they have metabolic syndrome, they are weight loss resistant, they are thyroid resistant, Hashimoto's, diabetes, insulin resistance. So when you hear the word resistance, resistance means that the hormone receptors that are on the outside of every cell in your body, there's 20,000 hormone receptors on each cell in your body, 50 to 100 trillion cells, 20,000 hormone receptors on every cell. But the cause of all dis-ease is cellular inflammation. So if you have not been hearing about how to heal your cells, how to get your body healthy from a cellular level, if you think you're going to lose weight by exercising more and eating less, if you think you're going to fix your thyroid hormone by taking a thyroid hormone pill from the outside, if you think that you're going to fix diabetes with glucophage or metformin, if you think that you are going to fix or cure your blood pressure with a blood pressure pill, you are sadly mistaken. We have been sold a bill of goods by Western medicine, which is amazing and saves lives all day long, but it's for acute crisis care, it's for late stage terminal illness, and it's for emergency medicine, like if you blow your knee out on the basketball court. Our medical system is not healthcare, it's disease care, and we're treating symptoms with drugs or surgery instead of looking at, what caused the high blood pressure? Why is the sugar high in the blood? Why is this person tired even though their thyroid levels are normal? How many of you raise your hand and chat in the Facebook group or in the Zoom room? How many of you know that there's something wrong with your body, that you don't feel good, that you're tired, that you're not sleeping like you used to, that you're losing hair, that your skin is dry, that you don't have the sex drive that you used to have, and you go to the doctor and they run blood work and you're just thinking about, oh my gosh, what's going to show up on the blood work? So I know something's wrong. I just know it. Oh, I don't want to take that call. I don't want to find out what the results are. It's going to be bad. And then you get with the doctor, or the nurse calls you and they say, Sarah, everything's fine. Everything's normal. You're good. You're healthy. Go home. We'll see you in 6 months. We'll see you next year. You're fine. But I don't feel fine. Well, everything looks normal on the blood work. That's what I'm going to talk to you about today in the next 10 minutes is hormone resistance. So we're here taking part in the ultimate fasting experience because 88% of Americans are insulin resistant because we're eating too often. And the cause of all disease, the commonality of all disease is inflammation, cellular inflammation. And what causes cellular inflammation? 4 things. Write this down. Toxins. So either toxins we're breathing in, we're bathing in, showering in, toxins that we're putting on our skin with the 9 different beauty products that women use on their face and body. Toxins. Number 2, processed sugar and grains create inflammation in the body. Number 3, bad oils. Canola oil, get it out of your kitchen. Hydrogenated oils. And I'll talk about how these things affect the cell membrane. I'm going to show you a picture of a cell membrane. And then the last thing is stress, how we view life. The amount of stress that you're experiencing right now is directly related to how you look at life, what your belief system in. The thing that's causing your stress, it's about this big. It's a little bit bigger than a cantaloupe, a little bit smaller than a watermelon. And that's what's causing your stress. And it's here. It's what's in between your 2 ears. It's how you think. It's what you believe. Do you believe that the universe is here to support you and is here for your good? Or do you believe that you're dodging the bullet and that you're constantly looking over your shoulder that someone's going to get you? Do we live in a benevolent universe, or do we live in a universe that is out to get us? See, whatever you believe is what you're going to create. If you believe that this universe is out to get you, you're going to get gotten. I know that's not proper grammar. Bad things are going to happen because that's what you expect. But if you believe that this is a benevolent universe, that there's a God, a universal source and energy that created you, that wants the best for you, that we're all connected, that we're all one, and that it's all about just growing and expanding, and that the only purpose to be here on this planet is to love ourselves and to love each other. And if you keep that thought and keep that belief and have those emotions, miracles will occur. If you expect miracles, they will occur in your life on a daily basis. I promise you. Okay, so let's go over the 7 benefits of fasting. And then I want to go into a little bit more detail of what hormone optimization is, or what is hormone resistance, the cause of your issues, the cause of your sleep problems, the cause of your low energy, the cause of your autoimmune, Hashimoto's, thyroid issues, diabetes, prediabetes, cancer, heart issues, strokes, all the things that we're afraid of getting, all the things that are now common that did not used to be. Okay, number 1, cellular autophagy. And if you want to know what each of these benefits of fasting are in detail, register for the experience. I also have the videos in the Facebook group, Put to Be the Wellness with Dr. CJ. But if you want to have those videos and be able to go through these 7 trainings, super powerful, super valuable. You could go through these trainings 4, 5, 10 times and still not soak in all the vital information that is directly related to your life, your quality of life, how long you live, the amount of energy that you have, and how you're showing up for your friends, for your family, and ultimately for your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. What legacy are you going to leave? So 1 is cellular autophagy. That's video 1, day 1. Number 2, stem cells, rise in stem cells. Body creates new cells during and after the fast, rebuilds damaged disease cells and tissue. 3 is energy diversion. I covered that in day 3. 4 is what we covered yesterday, ketones. We discussed in detail fat burning versus sugar burning, one of my 12 core concepts. Today is hormone optimization. Tomorrow we'll discuss healing your gut, your microbiome, dysbiosis, leaky gut, the cause of all autoimmune, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Hashimoto's, myasthenia gravis, Crohn's disease. Those are all autoimmune. That means the body is attacking itself. And then last but not least, 7, which I'll cover on Saturday, resetting your DNA. I'm going to tell you and teach you that you can turn off those bad genes, so you're not doomed by your family history. Okay, so today is hormone optimization. When you're fasting, whether it's intermittent fasting, 17-hour fast, 24-hour fast, 36, 48, 3, 4, 5, 12-day water fast, which is my record, 12 days, you're experiencing all these benefits of fasting to some degree, depending on how long you're fasting and when you're fasting. And why did I show up with this ultimate fasting experience with all these different schedules? Because this is what's going to work for you long term to stay healthy and lean and not be in that 88% of Americans that are metabolically unhealthy, that are going to, if not already have, end up with strokes, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, autoimmune, PCOS, erectile dysfunction. The number 1 symptom of insulin resistance, high blood pressure. So if you don't want to be in that 88% and you want to be in the top 12% health, and you want to have a quality of life and energy, and you want to be happy and fulfilled, then you're going to learn how to incorporate different types of fasting and different types of diet variation into your body, into your life. And you can indulge. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about splurging and understanding the science and understanding how your body works. Okay, so let's talk about hormone optimization. I am going to share my screen. I'm going to show you a picture of a cellular membrane. Okay, so this is a cell. Look up at me in the little video for a second. We have 50 to 1 trillion cells. The cell membrane, you've heard me talk about this before, is a lipid fat bilayer. Lipid bilayer, 2 layers of fats. So you can see on this diagram, the pink is the lipid bilayer. It's 2 layers of fat, and the receptors are protein receptors, and there's lots of different kinds of receptors, but they're typically protein receptors or channels, and cellular receptors. Let me read here. Cellular receptors allow good things into the cell and bad things out of the cell. So when you're fasting, cleaning out your body, you get into autophagy and you're detoxifying, you're addressing the health of the cell, you're addressing some of the main causes of disease, because when you address the health of the cell and you help to detoxify, remove toxins from your body, get the bad oils out of your cellular membrane. So this membrane, toxins get stuck in this membrane. Toxins get stuck on the protein receptors. Toxins get stuck in the channels. Hydrogenated oils, canola oil, sunflower oil, palm oil, clog up these channels and create hormone resistance, cellular membrane inflammation. And until you address the cause of the inflammation, the health of the cellular membrane, by removing the toxins, changing your diet, reducing your stress, stopping the eating of processed sugar and grain, those four things create inflammation on the cell membrane at a cellular level and have a direct effect on your overall health. Dr. Daniel Pompa, one of my main mentors, who also wrote the foreword to my book, is the father of cellular healing. And he says, and I just had the t-shirt on, I think yesterday, you must fix the cell to get well. You must fix the cell to get well. Okay, so do you guys have a pretty good picture now of what the cell membrane looks like? Those protein channels that you see in front of you, there's 20,000 of those on each cell in your body, approximately. Okay, so let's stop sharing. And I want to draw you, hi, I want to draw you a cell. All right, so here's a cell. That's a cell. And I'm going to draw the cellular receptors that you just saw on a diagram. There's 20,000 cellular receptors on the outside of your cell. Now, a healthy normal cell, which I'm going to cover first, and I'll show you what happens, will take T4, which is a thyroid hormone, an inactivated form of thyroid. In order to activate it to T3, which is the active form of thyroid that gives you energy and allows you to grow hair and keeps your skin moist and young looking, not brittle and dry, and allows you to have a normal, healthy sex drive. In order for the T4 to go to the active form of T3, these hormone receptors, these thyroid receptors, have to be healthy. They're like antennas, like a radio antenna. So the T4 latches on to the receptor and then goes into the cell, and everything that happens in your body, anything that gets digested, any hormone that gets activated, sleeping well, dopamine, everything happens in the cell. So if the inactive form of T4 cannot attach to that receptor and go in because of this cellular inflammation, toxins, so this is cellular inflammation and toxins, the pink squiggly line. That inflammation, the bad fats that get stuck in the membrane, because most toxins are fat soluble. And what is the cell membrane made of? 2 layers of fat. So when you have heavy metals, when you have glyphosates from pesticides from the vegetables that you're eating, when you have chemicals that are on your beauty products, chlorine that you're bathing in, they get stuck in the membrane and they cause inflammation and they create a receptor issue. And the same thing goes for insulin. So insulin is created by the pancreas, and insulin holds hands with sugar, right? And it goes up to the cell with a sugar molecule, and it finds an insulin receptor and it attaches, and it's like a lock and a key. So there's insulin receptors, there's thyroid receptors, there's dopamine receptors, there's norepinephrine receptors. Each of these receptors are specific. That's why there's 20,000 different receptors on each cell. So insulin in a normal healthy body grabs sugar after you've had oatmeal or papaya or rice that creates this sugar, which also creates inflammation. It holds on to the sugar. It's like a little kid, like, okay, come on, let's go. Insulin's mom, and it grabs the kid, goes, all right, we're going to go into the cell, because we learned yesterday that your cell, specifically your mitochondria, can only use sugar or fat for fuel. So if these receptors are inflamed and desensitized and clogged up, and they're blocked by inflammation, which is toxins, bad fats or oils, bad fats, oils, sugar, grain, mostly processed sugar and grain, or stress. Stress creates cortisol, and cortisol is one of the top inflammatory hormones in the body. So these are the causes of dis-ease: toxins, bad fats and oils, sugar, grains, stress. That's the pink. That's what creates the inflammation. So it's not a hormone problem. It's not an insulin problem. It's not a high sugar problem. It's a cellular health problem. If you just learn that one fact and understand it and start taking steps to reduce the 4 causes of cellular inflammation, you can get your health back. You can start sleeping better. You can assure yourself that you're not going to end up with Alzheimer's in a home, someone changing your diaper, and your family coming to visit you, and you don't know who they are because you have insulin resistance in the neurons in your brain, and you can't get glucose into your brain cells because you have type 3 diabetes, which is insulin resistance in the brain cells. And now you can't feed your neurons, your brain cells, and you forget who you are, and your brain starts dying off. And Pat Summitt, the top female college basketball coach of all time, developed Alzheimer's in her early 50s, and within 6 years, she was dead. So tragic. I wish I would have known her, so I could have talked to her about the 4 causes of inflammation, and we could have checked for heavy metals. We could have changed her diet. We could have started teaching her how to fast and how to get into ketosis. Because when you're in nutritional ketosis and you use fat for fuel instead of sugar, the body can heal. You can detoxify the body. You can heal your body at a cellular level. So that's hormone optimization. That's how you get your life back. You find a coach, you find a guide, whether it's me or someone else, that understands cellular healing, that can teach you on a day-to-day, week by week, month by month, season by season, quarter by quarter, year by year, how to eat, how to breathe, how to live, how to learn these 12 core concepts. See, it wasn't until I got my body healthy and I got my cells into fat burning and I got my energy back and I lost the weight, which I didn't care about. It was how I felt. It was only then that I got my spiritual life back. So these are my 12 core concepts, and I'll end on this. Pure spirit, pure, clean God food, fasting, so powerful. Pure mind, how you think and what you believe dictates what shows up in your life. You create your life. Pure water. What kind of water are you putting in your body? Are you still buying bottled water? Please stop. Please purchase a purification unit for like $1,200. It goes in your home and provides free, clean, purified alkaline water with minerals for $1,200. Stop buying bottled water. Grounding, getting onto the earth barefooted, reducing inflammation, restoring our connection to the earth. Pure body, move your body, yoga, Pilates, hiking, wakeboarding, whatever floats your boat, whatever brings you joy, do that. Fat burning versus sugar burning. Teach your cells how to burn fat for fuel. And then when you're healthy and lean and in your 20s, metabolically, Then we'll go back and forth between sugar burning, fat burning. But right now, most of you are stuck in sugar burning. You're stuck in inflammation. You're stuck in aging. You're stuck in oxidation. You're stuck in depression because you're stuck in sugar burning and fat storage. Diet variation. You have to eat different things. You don't just eat low carb all the time. I'll teach you when to eat high carb and what carbs are healthy carbs and when and how often. Pure heart, that's relationships. Are you telling the people that you love and care about on a daily basis that you love them and care about them and what they mean to you? Don't die with your music left inside you. Play your music. Share how you feel to other people so that they always know how special they are to you. Prevention. You got to do labs. You got to test. You got to check for heavy metals. You have to do blood work. You have to do hair analysis, saliva analysis, urine analysis. We want to be proactive. Once we figure out the diet part and we get healthy inside at a cellular level, now we want to make sure there's nothing hidden going on. There's no metal in our mouth. There's no mercury in our brain or aluminum creating Alzheimer's 5 years later. And then last but not least, detoxification. You have to know how to detoxify the body safely and effectively. And you need to know how to get those metals out of your body, mold, heavy metals, mercury, nickel, cadmium, aluminum, neurotoxins that I find, lead, in every single person's body. I find those heavy metals. If you don't get those metals out and you're eating perfectly, you still are more prone to developing cancer, Alzheimer's, blood pressure, heart issues, because they're toxic to the body. We got to get them out of our body. Okay, that's hormone optimization. Those are my 12 core concepts. I'm here to love you and support you and serve you. Tomorrow we will be showing up for day 6 of our 7-day ultimate fasting experience. If you're watching me live, please put a #1 in the comments, and I want to know, what schedule are you following? Are you following one of the weekly schedules? Are you doing the Prolon fasting mimicking kit, or are you doing a pure water fast? If you need help, if you have questions, reach out to me. If you're registered for the fast, you have a direct contact with me, direct connection with me through a Telegram chat. And you can communicate with me and ask questions and get my help and supervision and advice through that Telegram chat. But you have to register to get invited to that group chat. All right. Have an amazing, blessed day. I challenge you to take off your shoes right now and go find some grass. Except if you're in the Midwest, I think it was Carol. I can't remember if it was Carol or B. But like, I can't go outside and ground because there's still snow outside on the ground. But if you can, and even if it's snow, so I've been in the snow skiing up in the mountains, and I've gone barefooted out in the snow. It's still grounding. Just go out there and run around for just 30 seconds to a minute and just challenge yourself and connect with the earth. This is Dr. C.J. Benkert with Pura Vida. Pura Vida Wellness, pure life living, loving you, teaching you, inspiring you. You are powerful. There is a miracle in your body. The power that made your body can heal your body if you give yourself the good stuff and take away the bad stuff. And that's what I'm here to teach you, is what is the good stuff and what is the bad stuff, and how do you facilitate that cellular membrane healing so that the good stuff can get in and the bad stuff can get out. Peace out. Have an amazing rest of your day.